and welcome back to my channel and on my podcast and Life Goes On by Tanvi. Depending on where you are and what you're listening to, a very warm welcome to all of you. So I see that there are a lot of new subscribers to my channel, and so I'm very grateful to all of you. I'm very grateful and thank you so much. So this reading in this video is going to be a little different from my usual episodes. I feel like I have been following astrology and I've been getting deeper into astrology recently. And yeah, so I wanted to cover this major event that's happening today as I'm filming it. It's on October 25th when we have the partial solar eclipse, as well as we are in the Scorpio season, and we have a new moon, which is all in the season of Scorpio. And why I wanted to film this episode and concentrate on this important astrological event is because these energies are going to be there for us for the next 6 months, and at the same time this is an event that is happening again after the year 2014. So last time the similar energies and the astrological placements were happening, that was back in the year of 2014. So we'll discuss deeper about what you can do, what you should keep in mind, what are the general energies, and then we will get into like a brief area of every sign. So this could be a sun, moon or rising signs. So if you don't know what your moon or rising signs are, you can definitely check up on Google and use certain calculators. You'll need your date of birth, your place of birth, and you can find out your moon and rising signs. So, and you can get like a more deeper aspect of what exactly are these things that you can expect, what are these shifts that you can expect, and how you can cope with them and deal with them. So before I go on and start with this episode on which is kind of very different from my usual episodes, I would just like to say, like, I have been away from social media, and not just social media. I've not been away from social media, but I've definitely been away from this particular channel for the past few months. I think last time I just uploaded this healing heart chakra healing, and that is it. And I've sort of intentionally, I took a break, I took a back seat, because I have personally been going through a lot in my life, and it's very strange how things happen. So if you do know me personally, you know what these things are, and if you don't know, it's for those of you who are new subscribers and who are not familiar with me personally. So for those of you, I lost my father on 29th of May, and it was something that just happened out of nowhere, and I couldn't have predicted that. But somehow when I backtrack now, because I was shooting for my show called the Tarot Tanvi, and I used to give like these weekly predictions. What was weird was that one of my first reactions after Papa went away was like, I started losing faith on astrology and tarot. I thought like if like nothing is making sense, because Papa was completely fit. He was not going through any kind of ailment. He just he was very, very, very active as well, and he looked way younger at his age. And he just went, he just prepared his morning tea, and he just went to the washroom to brush his teeth, and he just collapsed and passed away. He had a sudden cardiac arrest that nobody saw coming. And yeah, so and it wasn't even that he was unwell or something like that. He was just completely fine. It just happened out of nowhere. But then, yeah, so the first thing that happened to me was that I started losing faith in tarot. And so I went back to the reading that I did. My Papa was Cancerian, and so I went back to the reading of Cancerian, and I saw that there was the death card that I picked up for Cancerian for that week. And death card, of course, you know, tarot is not like always in a literal sense, but many times it can be. And as a reader, I'm very cautious that you should not predict somebody's major life events like that. You should not be making decisions for others. When it comes to life and death, it's all like a divine plan. We should not intervene. And even if you are spiritually aligned, even if you are very enlightened, you should never ever ever predict such events. But like me picking death card, so it wasn't like I interpreted something like that. It was just like a validation that I got in that moment that tarot is something that needs to be out there. And the second thing that was weird that happened was that I uploaded this reading called Messages from My Father's Higher Self. This also I uploaded long back, and I never knew that I would I was also one of those piles that I was channeling would be applicable to me months later, and would be messages from my papa's soul. And it was just weird how things happened in that aspect as well. The other thing that happened was that was the exact same reading that started getting more views, and that got me a lot of new subscribers. So hello and thank you if you are like one of those subscribers. But that was just like, I felt like I had to gain my faith back again, because life and death, they're part of life. We don't know whether anything else that we wish for, none of any other goal, for example, the goal to get married, to have children, to whatever it is, would ever even be fulfilled. But there's one thing in life that would definitely happen, and that is death. But death is the one thing that we resist accepting and we run away from. So this entire phase of my life, I feel like I have accepted how different I think I've just become a different person in every aspect of my life, like professionally, personally, the way I speak to people, the way I carry myself, everything has changed. And yeah, so I feel like acceptance of death became even stronger. And that sort of like made me live every single day as if it was my last day, because we didn't know that it was my papa's last day. And would I have done things differently? Maybe. Knowing that your last day is never predictable, and even your loved ones, their last days are not, you cannot really predict that. I would just like to say that just keep your family and the people who love you, who are showing up for you, keep them closest to you. Yeah. So that is all. This is just like a little brief of where I have been, what I have been doing. So yeah, so I do share a lot, or about a lot, like I don't overshare anymore. So I'll share a little part of my life on my social media, like my personal account as well. So yes, so first off, now let's get started with the first phase of this video, that is the overall and the general energies of the new moon in Scorpio and the partial solar eclipse. And these energies are going to last for the next 6 months. So let's see what we have for you. So the overall energies, I have pulled out certain cards because I feel like this is what I do best. So I have, we have the Shamshana Kali, which is like the first card of this Kali oracle deck. Then for your other oracle cards, we have the Elephant card, which says a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Then we have the Well card, which is family wishes coming true. Then for your astrology cards, I actually pulled out a lot. So we have part of fortune, increase in part of fortune, and this came upright. Then we have lunar eclipse with change. This actually came reverse. So I will just, I'll interpret why I have it upright here now. Then we have the Mercury, the mind. We have Venus, love. So it's very strange, like Venus is a planet that will be majorly impacted during this astrological event. Then we have Pisces with I believe. So first off, let's start with your astrological events, and then we'll go into your Ma Kali message and your guidance. So first off, with the current energies, I feel like the overall things that we need to keep in mind is to bring a balance between the mind and the heart. What I mean by that is that it's great to dream big, but it's also great to realize what is practically possible. And if you are too much of a practical person, it's really time to dream bigger. To not settle for less in terms of your relationships, because I feel like all your insecurities are going to be just coming forward out of nowhere, and these could be insecurities that you might have had again, like go back to what was happening at this time in 2014. What were your priorities? If there could be a possibility that if you had like a relationship in that year, somebody from that year or person you had a relationship with or a falling out with could be coming back for a reconciliation. Having them back in your life or not would be completely up to you. But I feel like you would realize how much you have shifted and whether this person aligns with the new version of you or not. And then you would learn like how this fits at all in your life. That would be completely up to you. But I'm never like up for, you know, bringing exes back into your life. All right, so this card just fell off. This is the Mercury, the mind. So Mercury is the planet of communication. It talks about, you know, open communication, speaking up what's on your mind. But this fell off. So I feel like you might have one thing that all of us need to take care of is that we do not become too blunt in aspect of speaking up our mind. So Scorpio is a planet which Scorpio is a sign which has a dark side, which can be like too blunt and upfront and also a little jealous. So please take control of your mind is a strong message. Like, bring love into every situation. Play everything very lovingly. And I'm wearing black today. I just got this strong urge to wear black because black is a color that is literally the darkest color. Okay, so it's like the dark side. And this entire 6 months you'll be learning how to embrace your dark side. That's why I've chosen Ma Kali Oracle, because Ma Kali is a deity that talks about embracing your darkness, how and why you should embrace your darkness. What I mean by this is that, you know, it's not about, oh, I am who I am, I'm just going to be bitching about others, or I'm just going to be gossiping about others. But it's like, if you know that you have certain habits that are not good, like wanting to push them away or speaking badly about yourself or others is not like the right approach towards healing those habits. Instead, bring love into those situations. Now, a perfect example of this is called positive reinforcement. For example, if you know that you want to wake up early and you have this bad habit of, like, you know, sleeping in late or arriving at every place later than usual, and you want to break this habit. So just bring in positive reinforcement. Take it one step at a time and just say that it's all right. It's okay. I forgive myself for this. I love this aspect. It means that I am just a little nonchalant, a little chillaxed. And it means that I have the capability to enjoy life and take it less seriously than others. And which is actually a great thing. You'll be learning how to, you know, embrace anything that you don't like about yourself. And this could be like also in terms of your appearance. For example, if you feel like always I don't want this flab, or you don't like your cheeks, or you don't like the way your face looks, or anything, you know, that's in the external world, you'll be learning how that is what makes you unique. All your dark sides, all the things that you thought that you have to turn into light, you just have to throw light on them and just accept them to be a part of yourself. It's like a strong message that I'm getting. With Venus and number 4, love. So Venus is a planet that will be majorly impacted. So Venus is a planet of course, love and relationships, how you show up in relationships, your romantic relationships, at the same time your life purpose. Like I have said in my previous predictions as well, 2022 onwards is a time when I feel like your career and your love life would like sort of go in parallel. So what I mean by this, and I feel like this is often misinterpreted, so I will make you understand with an example. So for example, if you are facing some sort of a difficulty in your career, like the best way to find a neutral solution to that is like ask yourself how you would have reacted if this was a similar situation happening to you in your personal life, and vice versa is true as well. So for example, if you're facing certain relationship issues, if you feel like you keep on, for example, whether you should go out on a first date or not, whether you should give somebody a try, whether you should go and speak to someone, whether you should download a dating app, whether you should talk to someone, whether you should make an initiative. Ask yourself, what would you do in terms of your career if this was not your love life, but you had like a similar scenario where you know you want a job, where you know you want to advance financially, but so you are hesitant about applying to a certain place. So, you know, like a similar way. So should you hesitate applying, or should you just apply and see and go with the flow, and if it gets accepted, then it's good. If not, then all right, you'll apply somewhere else. So similarly, apply that to your love life if you're confused. And so, you know, this would give you like a very detached aspect of what is the next step that you should be taking. Again, your love life and your career would sort of like go in parallel. So if you're confused in any of those areas of your life, switch like love life with your career and ask for the guidance from here, from your heart, and that's like exactly what's going to help you. I do feel like there are going to be major transformations happening in the planet of Venus. That is like your relationships would drastically change. Your the way you are dating people, the way you expect, or the way what are your expectations in a relationship. I also feel like most of us, if you're completely single, you might be dating, you might end up being in a career or in a relationship that's completely something that you would have never thought of accomplishing one day. You might have thought that this is completely dead and this is not going to work out, or like this is not my type, so you might be like, you might end up marrying. For a lot of you, like I feel like after the 6 months you might end up marrying somebody you would have never imagined marrying. Okay, so that's also like another message that I'm getting. With Pisces, I believe, and the number 6 again, I feel like this number 6 is also talking about the planet of Venus, and the Pisces, I believe, is also about, like I said, have higher expectations. If you have been like feeling too hopeless, don't lose hope is another message. Just don't lose hope. I read this beautiful quote which says that, don't worry, nothing is under control, everything is out of control. So that's exactly the kind of energy that we'll be going through, and I don't mean to scare you away, but like it's a beautiful thing. Like I feel like you'll be finding yourself within the chaos. So after the 6 months, I feel like you'll definitely be transforming into a different person. If you're not in a relationship, you'll end up like maybe marrying somebody after the 6 months, or like having for sure like going towards that path, or being engaged to someone, and you would have never expected to marry or end up with this kind of a person. Or you would have like been like, all right, I don't like this person, and that's the exact person that you end up marrying, or the career also, like I don't think I can pull this off, and that's the exact thing that you end up pulling off. Or you might have thought that, oh my god, this is something that's never going to work out, I'm never going to be able to make money out of this thing, and then you end up making a lot of money out of that. So coming to money, I feel like this is one aspect of your life that is supposed to increase and blow up. So with the part of fortune and increase in the number 45, I do feel like this, because this came up upright and the other cards were like here and there, I feel like this is one area of your life that you should be just not worried about. Don't focus on doing things just for the sake of getting more money. Do things for the sake of like what makes you feel alive and what makes you feel happy, because this is like a once in a blue moon opportunity that would never happen again. Like I just, so if you've skipped the introduction of where I have been, so I feel like my understanding of death has majorly transformed, and acceptance of death also makes you very fearless. For example, imagine if tomorrow was your last day, how would you act? What would you do? What would be the things that you would be saying? What are the career moves that you will be making? I think we take life so much for granted. We all assume that we're going to live like 90 years for the next 80 years or 100 years or millions of years, and we keep on planning for our retirement, but we don't. How are we so sure that we would even survive the next day? And at the same time, like given the current scenarios, I feel like everyone is going through all these major transformational changes health-wise as well, and the expectancy also we see is somehow lessening and unexpected things are happening around us. Yet we just assume that we are going to live for 200 years, and we just keep on dragging major decisions, and we don't take the leaps and bounds or leaps of faith in our career and in our relationships, and we're so afraid of getting hurt or failures. I feel like don't be afraid and don't do anything just for the sake of earning money. Do ask yourself every single morning, if you're confused about your career, just ask yourself like, what is that one thing that I would have done today? What is the kind of decision that I would have made today? With the lunar eclipse and the change, I feel like there's major change happening, and the only thing that can sabotage the energies, these beautiful energies from bringing the positive and this abundance and of wealth and major increase in money, especially in your life and love, is if you resist this change. If you say no to opportunities that you should be saying yes to. If you're somebody who's a people pleaser, and if you don't break free from habits, if you're like acting too stubborn, don't be stubborn at this time is a major message for all of us. So now coming to your other oracle cards, we have family wishes coming through with the well card, and we have elephant card which says a long journey, either physical, mental, will leave you wiser at the end. I do feel like after 6 months you'll be looking back at how you used to be at this time, probably when you watch this video, and you'll definitely be thinking like, oh my god, how have I changed so much? I never could have expected that. Please change, be accepting to change. Please be accepting the change is like a major thing. Family wishes coming through. I do feel like there are major wishes that will be coming through. Just allow them to happen. Scorpio is a sign that in tarot, the card that represents Scorpio is the death card. And again, acceptance of death. I feel like death also means like literal death, and the fact that we're all gonna die, and nobody's opinions and their opinions don't live for others. It doesn't really matter. Live for yourself and live in a way that what if this was your last day? Okay, so take decisions in that way and take this as a very crucial time of your life, all right? So with the Shamshana also, like, this is very strange that this is also a card that represents death. That represents like things that you thought were over, things that you thought could not work out, or things that you thought, you know, you might have applied to some place and you thought that, oh, all right, I'm never gonna get an application, or they've like already rejected you or haven't responded, and you're like, all right, maybe it's not gonna work out, maybe this is not gonna work out, and then it just comes out of nowhere. But these are the things that you're not really seeing and you're not really expecting. So just expect the majorly unexpected things. So with the Shamshana, it says that she shines a blessing of divine deconstruction, clearing away which undermines your confidence and inhibits your activity on your life path. With the courage born of unconditional trust, you can accept her fierce intervention in your life with openness to positive changes that shall emerge as a result. So exactly, you know, I feel like this is exactly what it's summarizing. Shamshana Kali is fierce. Her presence indicates radical divine intervention. I also want to say that allow the divine to rescue you. So if there are things that are like, you know, major tower moments, and if you don't know what a tower moment is, it's like, you know, unexpected things that are just going to rumble down. You didn't expect certain endings to happen. Allow those things to end. All right, I feel like even if you resist, these are not the things that you would be able to control. These are things that would just happen. So these are major energies, and the next 6 months are going to play a major role in how you are going to approach the rest of your life. All right, so please don't resist change. Allow the divine to rescue you, and don't worry, nothing is under control. All right, and that's the beauty of this entire period of time. So let's start first off with the fire signs. So for the fire signs, Aries specifically, we have the King of Swords in the reverse. So Aries, I feel like the next 6 months you will have to take care that you do not speak the things that could seem unkind to others. This is one thing that will help you personally, professionally, and in every area of your life. If you have major Aries placements, this could be a sun, moon, or rising sign. I feel like this is a time when you should not be talking rashly, when you should resist oversharing, when you should resist just being too blunt for the sake of being honest and justifying it with honesty. I feel like you have to be very cautious with your words. Be kind, bring love into your words. Be kind to others is a strong message for you. Don't be too upfront and blunt. This could actually have a very negative impact on your love life and on your relationships and even on your professional life. Don't take rash decisions. Don't just randomly speak up whatever you want to speak. Take 20 steps back, think and introspect about what you want to communicate, and communicate it with a lot of love. For Leo, we have the Page of Pentacles. So the theme for you would be like exploring different kinds of career options. Explore different career opportunities. What's new is always better is another message, but it could be also like what's new is always better, but at the same time what has already you thought was done and dusted could also prove out to be very beneficial for you. For example, if you had a childhood dream and you never really took it seriously and you always like kept it in the back burner, I feel like that dream could be sweeping back into, like making its way back into your life, and you'll actually be making this major career move. I feel like major career blessings happening for you. Be curious about what you want to do with your life, because this is a very important time for you in terms of your career. For Sagittarius, we have a major arcana, which is the Fool card. Take new beginnings, like be yourself. Sagittarius, I feel like this is going to be a very happy time for you, and I just like got this ringing in my left ear, which I feel like this is going to be one of the happiest periods of your life. I don't feel like you'll be struggling a lot. I don't feel like you'll not be able to manifest a lot of things, but there'll be a lot of major jumps that you'll have to take, a lot of major leaps of faith. I also feel like there's a lot of travel happening for you. This could mean that you might be changing places, you might be changing locations, you might be moving to a different place, or you wanting to move to a different place. That could be a possibility. But I also feel like maybe if you have been wanting to move to one particular place, you might completely discard that idea and want to move to an entirely new place. So Sagittarius, like be open, be you, and just trust in your own gut. So for water signs, let's start with Cancer. So first off, we have Chariot card for Cancer. I feel like if you want to purchase a new vehicle, or if it's time to buy a new vehicle, that will be like your main focus for the next 6 months. You'll be saving up, you'll be purchasing new vehicles. Or if not, then this could also mean like local travel. You'll be doing a lot of travel, like much more than usual, and don't hesitate. Like don't be like your lazy self where you might be avoiding certain job situations because it might require you to travel more than usual. Don't avoid those opportunities, because these could be once in a lifetime opportunities. Go and travel, even if it takes like a lot of time for you to go up and down, go here and there. Just go and explore it to its fullest potential, and you'll see wonders happening in your life. For Scorpio, we have the Three of Cups. For you, Scorpio, I feel like this is your time, because Scorpions are beautiful at when it comes to transformations and accepting changes. Although this is a fixed sign, but Scorpio knows how death works, you know, like death of the situations that are not going in your favor, or just putting an end to things that are just not good for you. But at the same time, I feel like these 6 months have to be, your motto has to be the fact that you have to not take life very seriously, because the Three of Cups is all about celebration, is all about partying. I feel like there will be a lot of celebrations happening, so don't say no to any kind of an event. Go out, meet new people. You'll be making a lot of unexpected friendships during this period. I feel like there are a lot of friends that are coming into your life, and these are mostly platonic relationships. I do feel like there's a strong chance of having like a romantic reconciliation with somebody, or finding a new romantic partner in your life. But mainly I feel like you will definitely end up making a lot of friends. So this could also be like, you know, you make this beautiful new friend, and then that friend turns out to be your long-term partner or your future spouse. With the Three of Cups, yes, the main message is to just take a chill pill, to just not take life very seriously, to have a lot of fun, go out, enjoy your life, and do what really makes you feel alive. Don't listen to what the society tells you to do, and just like have a lot of fun. I also feel like don't overspend is another strong message that I have for you, Scorpio. Then for Pisces, we have the World card. So for the World card, I feel like Pisces, you really need to understand that there will be a lot of things that will be ending in your life. I feel like these are major endings, because before that I was a little confused with what card I pulled out for Pisces. So I also pulled out the Ten of Swords. I feel like there are unexpected major endings happening in your life, but you have to understand, like I said in the general energies of this video, that anything that is ending was actually not good for you. And after these 6 months, you'll be realizing that thank God that thing did not work out. Even if there's like a reconciliation from the past, I feel like what has been in the past, you might have to put an end to what has happened, or you might have to like be very brave and come out of, like, break this cycle of getting back with somebody and then having this on and off relationship with someone. Just take it if it resonates. This could be like even a platonic relationship that you know is draining you. I feel like this is in terms of everything. You will have to learn to speak up your mind and just put an end to things and be brave about it, Pisces. I feel like you are okay, so the word that I got into my head, and I don't mean to call you out, but I sort of do, is coward. Don't be a coward, okay? Just put an end to the things that you know are not good for you. So that's the message for you, Pisces. Now coming to the air signs. So first off, for Gemini, we have the Nine of Cups. So Gemini, I feel like a lot of wishes are going to be coming true. This is not a major arcana, but at the same time, I feel like this is like a wish come true, dream come true sort of a situation. I do feel like these wishes are happening not in the way that you're predicting them to happen. For example, you might be in a relationship currently, and you might want this relationship to work out in a particular way. And and this might end up working out in a very different way. For a lot of you, I'm feeling like you might end up falling in love with another person, if that's valid. If not, like even if like you get married to this person, it would be like in a very unconventional way. It's not like the conventional way of how your family has been getting married to others, or you would not be following the traditions. This would like be in a very untraditional way, unconventional way, okay? Not at all traditional. With the Nine of Cups, I feel like the wildest dreams are going to be coming true after the 6 months and even during the 6 months. I feel like during 6 months, you might like make these major changes, and you'll be feeling very happy and content with your life, especially your love life, Gemini. So Libra, for you, we have the Ace of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming your way. I feel, Libra, you don't really have to do anything. People will be approaching you. Good things are going to find you, Libra. I feel like you're like in desperate need of a lot of healing. So there'll be a lot of people who will just find you, who will be approaching you, job opportunities coming to you, good things happening to you, great things happening to you. That'll be providing a lot of relief. I also feel like, with the Ace of Cups, I feel like, you'll be celebrating these long-term, long-awaited achievements, which are just like going to just make you feel so much better than how you have been feeling maybe in the past 6 months. And the next 6 months are going to be like better than anything that has ever happened. And I feel like this is like in a very calm and a healing way. I don't feel like anything, that's going to be happening around you would not provide healing. I feel like every single day you will feel a little more healed. So yeah, so that's like, focus on yourself, focus on your healing, give yourself the first priority, and mainly I'm getting the message to accept help from others. Ask for help and accept help. Ask for help and accept help. That's going to be a major theme for the next 6 months. Then for Aquarius, we have the Judgment card, which is a major arcana. I feel like, again, things that you thought were not working out for you. I feel like this could also be like a job opportunity that you've like put into rest. You thought like this job opportunity would never work out, but then this suddenly comes out of nowhere, out of the blue. This new job opportunity pops up, or this job opportunity that you thought would never work out suddenly works out in your favor, and you find like all your bliss happening in this particular duration of time. Yeah, so like this is what the Judgment card is signifying. That's all that I have. Like anything that you thought was not working out in your favor would be unexpectedly working out for you. Now finally, for the earth signs, for Taurus, we have the Strength card. So the Strength card is a major arcana which represents the strength. I feel like Taurus, you will be actually realizing your own power. I feel like you're also attracting a very powerful person in your life. This person has a lot of power, and you are also very power hungry, and this like not in a negative way. I'm not saying like you're power hungry and you're gonna throw anyone under the bus. Not like in that way. But you find power attractive, and this is something that you'll be realizing during the 6 months, that this is something that really turns your wheels or turns you on, is like power and pure strength, and you'll be discovering your strength on the strengths of other people around you, and you'll actually be helping them find themselves and find their strength by you finding more strength within you. So like really go where the power lies. Not in a way of a very negative way that, okay, I have to only chase power in a crazy manner, but like really go where the power lies. Go where what's more powerful. If you think that if you're confused at any point, go where the power lies. Go what would make you more powerful. Go. And I suddenly see this huge, masculine figure in front of me while I'm channeling this. And like really, I feel like you will be pumping up in terms of your spiritual power and what you can do with your life in terms of a life purpose, and you'll be very, very, very powerful after these 6 months. Then for Virgo, we have the Tower moment. Virgo, expect the unexpected to happen in your life. If there are friends that are just out of the blue, they've been taken away from your life, or you saw their true colors, I feel like expect the unexpected. With the Tower card, I'm also feeling like there are a lot of people from the past coming back to you during this 6 months. Really lots and lots of people who are coming back to you from the past. I feel like these could be exes coming back to you, ex-friends coming back to you, mostly exes. I do feel like you've had like a romantic connection with many of them, or you've like broken up with them, and you will have to face them, Virgo. Don't run away from these Tower moments. You'll have to endure this karmic cycle again and again, and you'll be like facing this again and again. Don't run away from it. Go face it bravely, and don't worry, this will make you much more powerful than you've ever been. For Capricorn, we have the 8 of Wands. So I feel like happy changes, unexpected communication. I do feel like if you're applying for jobs, you will be like getting applications, like, you know, you're applying to 8 places and then one of those gets accepted. So like keep apply to a lot of places. Your career has to be your main priority during these 8 months. All right, so 6 to 8 months, whatever is the duration. Make your career your first priority. Be crazy focused on your career, Capricorn. Bring that hardworking side of Capricorn out and you'll be reaping huge rewards. I feel like there's online communication. If you are being called to do something online, like maybe with social media, this could also mean like online fame and, you know, your channel suddenly blowing up. This could also happen unexpectedly, and, you know, like life can change overnight. It doesn't really take a long time for miracles to happen. Miracles happen overnight. Yeah, so that's all that I have for all the signs. So I hope that this video was a little informative, and it was, I know this is like my first time to do something a little different, but I have been following astrology and it has been giving me a lot of validation that I have been needing in my life, and it has also been giving me a lot of hope and faith. Yes, so that's all that I have for you for this video. I hope that this was helpful in some way. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. And yeah, and life goes on. And also click on the bell icon. All right, bye bye, take care.